Eee. Another one. So it's early. Not early, it's like 12 o'clock. I slept in today. Cause I was up really last night, like reading some books and stuff. But so I don't know if I mentioned on this channel, but I lost my dad. I lost my stepfather. That's my dad. You know, so I just want to preface that I lost him about 12 and a half years ago. It was July 2012. So it's been a minute. But he came to me in a dream last night. It's not the first time, but it happened last night. And basically the sentiment of what he was talking about was to stop wasting my time. Like in the dream, he was kind of not rushing me, but he was like the same way he used to do when I was a kid. It's like, stop playing around. You know how dads be, you know what I'm saying? Like just stop playing around. Like you got it. Like just stop playing around. And maybe I really needed it at this time. Like I said in the other video, I've really been focusing and I haven't found myself this focused in a very long time. And I can see how the amount of focus that I have been living with lately has been affecting me, and how I've been able to progress so quickly, and how my thoughts have been coming more quickly, and they're more precise, and they're more in alignment with what it is that I want to do. I can really say that I'm appreciative of that message that was given to me last night. And regardless, like my dad's not here physically, wherever he is, like spiritually, I just want him to know that, or I hope he knows wherever he is, how much of an impact that he had on my life, how much, I said I was gonna stop saying in the last video, but how much of an impact that he had on my life, and how much of an impact that he had on so many people's lives. My dad was a basketball coach. So from 4th grade, he coached me in 4th grade, 5th grade for my school team. And then he coached me when I was a little bit younger. He coached me in middle school when we played at Community Center. He coached all of us for Community Center. We had a really good team that year. It was basically my whole team from West. And then G added it. We put G on the team as well. But he had an impact on so many people's lives. I often reflect on his funeral in comparison to other people's funerals that I've been to. Sometimes you'll go to somebody's funeral and there aren't a lot of people there, and that is kind of saddening to me. But bro, my dad's funeral was packed. It was packed, like I'm talking people waiting outside. And in that moment, I understood the value of impact, and I understood the value of maximizing yourself and just being who you are, and doing what it is that you love to do, and using the gifts that you have to have an impact on the lives of other people. So even in that moment, I remember sitting in the church and I was very sad, but I was also kind of delighted by the amount of people that were there. It was a very weird feeling. I was 15, so it was a very weird, kind of confusing emotion to experience at the time. But as I've gotten older and I reflected, I was like, wow, there are people who don't even have that impact and who live much longer lives than that. And the impact that he had, not only on the community, but myself, just being in the house with him and him teaching me and him being there as a support system and just guiding me. And that is why, I think I have touched on this before, but that is one of the reasons why I really love watching LeVar Ball, and the way that he interacts and supports his son. My dad was just like that, very loud, obnoxious, but always present. And he's gonna let you know when you're wrong. I was thinking about it couple days ago, those conversations we used to have in the back of the car after every game. So like if I played bad, he's cutting into me. He's letting me know, like, you gotta get right, you gotta get right. And as a young boy, I really needed that, because that correction, even now, that having that correction allows me to correct myself. So I said I don't want to say to the camera anymore, and I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, these are things that I'm correcting about myself. And it was like, I remember sitting in the back of the car, and if I had a bad performance, he would let me know, no filter, and I just had to take it. I just had to take it, and I had to take it and absorb it, and I had to add it to my game the next time, because I didn't want that anymore. I didn't want that experience, and it wasn't a negative, traumatic experience. I gotta stop saying too, because I can't replace you know what I'm saying, with like. But it wasn't a traumatizing experience, and I didn't grow resentful of that, because at the root of it all, I just knew that he wanted to help me. I knew it was all help. And then when I look at the progress I was making in comparison to my peers, I was progressing so much faster. And I think that's largely in part due to the fact that I had a father who was strong and was observant and was very involved in my life and my upbringing and the things that I was interested in. So to have that, to have somebody give you feedback after every game, like a lot of people, they don't have that opportunity, or they don't have that in their lives, somebody that's giving them feedback on their performance every time. That leads to so much improvement. That's why I get frustrated so often when people can't handle my intensity when it comes to like the work. When it comes to the work, whether it be music, whatever it is that we're doing creatively, I don't like the fact that it seems that people can't handle my intensity. But what I may be able to do a better job at expressing is, bro, I'm not coming at you personally. I need you to understand what it is that you're lacking in. And I need you to observe me and tell me what I'm lacking in, because if we're just doing the same things over and over again, we're not going to be able to grow. And then we're just going to be like everyone else. And I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't want to be like everyone else. People can say it's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay to be like everyone else, because you were born and I was born. We were born with these unique talents and these unique gifts. And it's our job to maximize them and express ourselves in a way that is unique to us as possible. Yes, we can draw inspiration from other people that do things similar or in a similar fashion that we do them, but ultimately it's our job to maximize our uniqueness and our individuality. So if you're somebody that's supposed to be with me and I'm someone that's supposed to be with you, as a teammate, as a partner, as a whoever, if we're in close proximity to each other on a consistent basis and we're working together and striving towards the goal, we need to be able to analyze our performance together and be like, okay, you did this, you did that, we can improve on this, we can improve on that, and we'll see the progress. We'll see the progress start to, you know what I'm saying? I think that was the first time I said it. I remember three or 4 years ago, right after the pandemic, and they started to open the gyms back up. Me and Davon used to go work out with T, and this older dude named Third, and some other guys, and they did not play around. Like with us, they did not play around. When we coming in the gym, you're gonna be pushed to your limits every day. Every day you're gonna leave pushed to your limits. They're not gonna let you take a break, and you're not relying on your own will. You need willpower of your own, but having people around you that are going to test you. I even do it to this day. If I go work out with somebody, I'll give you an example. If you're on the bench press, right? If you're on the bench press and you're lifting your weights, there's gonna get to a point where you know you can't go any further, or you know that next rep you take or try to do, you're probably not gonna be able to get it up. So you stop. So you're not going to your limit. You're stopping right before your limit. But having somebody else behind you or with you that is going to be like, no, I got you. Go further. If you fall, I'm going to pick you up. Go further. That's going to allow you to progress much faster, because the next time you come back to the gym, you'll be able to go further. You will have pushed your limits. So where you stopped at the first time, or where you would have stopped on your own, is not your limit anymore. You're going to be able to surpass it. I just remember being able to lift so much more, so much quicker. I was coming in the gym and lifting things that I was struggling with 2 days prior by myself, and I was like, wow. So I attributed that, of course, to the fact that I had people with me. This is why community is so important, and this is why having people around you that love, care, and support you, love and care about you and support you is so important, because having people that are going to push you to your limit and let you know, I got you, just go a little bit further so you can get a little bit stronger right here in this moment. I got you. And I think having my dad in my life as a kid, it gave me that. I was able to progress very quickly in terms of basketball. I noticed a decline in my ability when I lost him. I didn't have that support. I didn't have that confidence. I always think about losing him, like I lost my confidence in that as well. In my ability to express myself. I think having that 2-parent household and that family structure was so important. And just me understanding that I was always a shy kid in general, but I think that was just, I don't want to go there right now. But I also had a very big personality when it came to being around the people that I loved and cared about. I was always yelling on the video game. I just felt so content having that structure, and I was just okay with myself. There were things that I always reflect on the trajectory of where my life would have went had I had my father in my life. It'd probably be different. I don't know if I'd be making these type of videos, but I think I would have just been doing something a little bit more, I don't know, because I want to say I would have been doing things a little bit more regular, but I would have just been more content. But going through the things that I've experienced, maybe I wouldn't have learned how important it is to have what I had, and why people should value it, and why people should seek it out in as many ways as they can in terms of that community. What I really want to see us get back to is that sense of community where we challenge each other, we push each other, but we love each other nonetheless. That's what I'm really in the process of cultivating, not only with my immediate circle, but with you as well. Like all of you consuming my videos, whether it's on this channel, my Nick Johnson World channel, my Purple Era channel. I want there to be a sense of community and love and challenging ourselves and challenging each other amongst the group. We need to be able to challenge each other because we need to see growth. There has to be growth within whatever we are doing. So don't be offended by challenge. Don't be offended by criticism, as long as it's coming from a genuine place with the intention of seeing you grow and develop and becoming the person that you want to be. Ultimately, what I got from the dream last night is just stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go all in on it. Like I told you guys yesterday in the video, I'm becoming more content with understanding that a lot of things just aren't for me right now. I don't think that a relationship is for me right now. I don't have the capacity to withstand or deal with someone else's emotion or feel that responsibility of being with someone that I have to manage and constantly consider their emotions. I'm not really ready for that right now. And that's fine. I will be. And when I have it, I'm going to make it work. I'm not ready. I don't want to be in the clubs right now. I don't want to be in anybody's club right now. I don't want to be around in no sections. I don't want to be on nobody's dance floor because people don't dance no more. So there's really no point of being in there. I don't want to take no drinks. I'm just not in that state right now because that's not helping me progress in my life. I want to go to the gym. I want to go get some money. I want to come home. I want to eat good. And I want to read my books, and I want to study, and I want to make these videos, and I want to make great music for the world to love and enjoy and appreciate and ultimately use as a tool to change and enhance their own lives. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm on, period. That's what I'm on right now. I was about to say, no more ums. No more ums. No more, you know what I'm saying, limiting my likes. Like, I remember when I was in college, I had a class, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a philosophy class. No, I don't think it was a philosophy class. It was the professor that I had for a philosophy class. He was teaching another class, but I think it may have been another philosophy class. Either way, his name was Professor Lambert, and he was a very eloquent, old-fashioned dude. Like he had a flip phone. He kind of gave me the vibe of a historian. He talked almost in a poetic fashion. He talked as if he was out of a Shakespearean era in a way, but with still modern dialect. It was very weird, but he was a very peculiar man. He used to wear not a fedora, but like those Kango hats. My dad used to wear those too. He used to wear those Kango hats. And I had a class, and we used to have to speak. And I'll never forget this girl. She kept using like as like fillers. I just used it. She kept using like as filler words, and it bothered me so much listening to it. I was like, that is so annoying. That it was so annoying hearing her like, and then like I'm like, bro, and I keep using it. Get it out. But that made me a little bit more conscious of the way that I speak, because I didn't want to come off that way. I didn't want to come off irritating or annoying, because I was very annoyed by the way she kept using the word like. I just felt it was unnecessary. Nonetheless, let's get back to the point. Creating community, helping each other grow and evolve, and pushing each other to our limits. Having my dad in my life, I was able to be pushed to my limits at all times. There was always a level of intensity. It was very weird because he was a big kid. So in those moments, of being challenged and challenging me to go as hard as I can within basketball or whatever it is that I wanted to do. It was primarily basketball because as a kid, that's all I was into was basketball. But then we would come home and play Mario Kart for hours, play Wii Sports. And like I said, he was a very loud, kind of obnoxious guy. So if he beat you, you're gonna hear about it. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's not just gonna, I think that was a decent, you know what I'm saying? If he beat you in Mario Kart, you're gonna hear about it. And that ultimately made me want to let him know when I beat him. So it developed this sense of healthy, loving competition amongst the two of us. And I always felt the need to rise up to the occasion. And then that energy transferred into the dialogue that we would exchange in terms of sports. So I always felt the need to rise to the occasion. Losing him, I remember my first game after he passed away. I remember being on the bus going to Catholic Central, and I just listened. I was listening to We'll Be Fine by Drake, and I was just crying in the back of the bus because I'm like, damn, like my support isn't here anymore. Like I don't have anybody supporting me. I didn't feel confident in that moment to go and perform. That season, my trajectory significantly dropped. When I was a freshman in high school, they were preparing me to be the starting point guard my sophomore year. But I just lost it. I lost the confidence. So now, even me being 28 years old, I'm rebuilding myself from that moment, or life has been a constant journey of rebuilding myself from that moment and gaining my identity back and gaining my confidence back and understanding that the impact that was left on me is to be remembered and to be reiterated, not only within myself, but within the world. Challenging my people, challenging myself, pushing myself to the limit, pushing my people to their limits so we can grow, and ultimately having an impact the way my dad had an impact on my life and so many other people's lives. People talk about him to me all the time. Like my friend Brendan, he always tells me if it wasn't for my dad, Jerome, he wouldn't be the person he is today, or he instilled within him certain values, because Brendan didn't have a father figure or a male figure either. And a lot of young men didn't have father or male figures in their lives. So my dad, Greg's dad, Rashad's dad, Ciante's dad, we were all father figures. They were all father figures to a lot of young men that weren't their own sons. And that's what really helped us develop the sense of community, to where I still speak to these people today. Like my uncle that I talked about in the last video, that was Big Pat, that's Ciante's dad. So having people there that look out for you, that challenge you and ultimately push you to be your best. I'm so grateful to even have had that dream last night, for him telling me, get to it, stop wasting time. Because I have it. I know I possess all the skills necessary to be the person that I want to be, to live a great life and have a large impact on the world and say what it is that I've been blessed to say. Things that I understand, the way that I view the world, I understand that I offer a unique perspective, and I'm blessed to be able to articulate these things. I'm blessed to have had that experience of having a dad who pushed me to my limits, that ultimately that discipline carries over. My friends always compliment me on being disciplined, and I really attribute that to having a father in my life that pushed me and provided structure that I had to rediscover as an adult for sure. But even through the years following his passing, I maintained that discipline when I was getting better at basketball. I think that's why when I was in the gym playing basketball, I was more of a not a practice player, but if you hoop with me at the rec, the local rec, or the IM runs at MSU, you would think he's talented, he's different, why is he not on anybody's team? I played in high school. I was a captain of the basketball team in high school, but my performance wasn't where it would have been had my dad not passed away. I would have been a much more elite scorer. I would have been much more of an elite player. To even note this, there was a point after his passing where I was scared to shoot the ball. Everybody used to be like, shoot the ball. And I was scared to shoot the ball. I empathize with Ben Simmons because we don't know what he's going through in his mind. We don't know where his confidence may have been stripped from in his ability. But I resonate with that because it's happened to me. And it's happened to so many other people in so many different ways, not just through sports, but some people lose their confidence, and we just have to gain it back. It's a part of the human experience. But if you embrace that challenge of reigniting that confidence within yourself, it's going to be self-fulfilling, because you're going to go places and you're going to have a great story to tell. Right now, when I make these videos and I get up and they become a part of my daily life, I feel that I have such a story to tell. And the story is just getting started. I'm 28. I don't even think I'm nowhere near the start. Obviously, the story has been started since my birth, but I still feel very young. I still feel very like I haven't even, this is like the precipice to what it is that the story is going to be. This is something that is just laying the foundation, and all the things that have happened prior to this moment are just the things that are laying the foundation for an amazing story and an amazing life of a young man who went through trials and tribulations and was able to rise and overcome the struggles that he went through within the world and within his mind, and rise to the occasion of the moment that presents itself for him to enhance the lives of his people. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're building right now. This is my story. This is who I am as a person. And all of these things are just moments in time that are, it's like chipping away. I'm chipping away and I'm sculpting this image. And every day that I get up and I add to this image and I add to the collective of what needs to be said, and I add my part, and I do my part in adding what I feel that I need to add to the collective consciousness, the community of people that need help, that want help, that understand the fact that we need community more than ever. If I continue to wake up and I get 1% better every day, if I hit that gym 1%, I get 1% better every day. If I read my books, I get better, I get sharper, I get smarter. If I write these songs, if I listen to these beats and I continue to make this music, I'm gonna get better and 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 better. I'm gonna keep getting better. And that is the purpose of it all. That's what I want people to get more than anything. Just keep getting better. The video I made yesterday or last night, really today, was this morning. Just keep showing up. Just keep showing up for yourself, because you're going to continue to make progress. No matter how small the steps may seem, you're going to keep making progress and do it with intensity. The same way my dad impacted my life, I want to have a brotherly, cousin-like impact on your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your dad. But if you look at me as somebody that you can be inspired by, somebody that's going to hold you accountable, and to let you know that you have a limit and you have a potential that you may have not tapped into yet. You need to really try to think about what it is that you want to do and who you can be maximum. What you need to do is get a pen and paper and write down who you would be if anything could happen. And understand that that can happen. And work towards it. Understand who that person is and cultivate that person within your own life and act as if you are that person. Right now I'm acting as if, and I'm moving towards actually having the deepest level of understanding of who it is that I'm becoming, and becoming that person every single day. And this is a part of that, because I want to speak to people. I want people to feel supported. I want people to feel love, bro, because I know what it feels like to not have that love anymore. I was blessed enough to have it. There were people who never even had it, and they're lost because they don't even understand that it even exists, you know? So, once again, I thank all of you for watching my channel. I thank you for tapping in and tuning into this journey of my life. And as I continue to evolve, I hope all of you evolve with me. And I hope you can take something from this video and stop wasting your own time. Stop wasting your own potential. And do what it is that you need to do within your life to make things happen. As I'm going to continue to do that within mine. That was gonna be smooth as fuck if I didn't stutter. That was gonna be so smooth, bro, I swear to God. But nonetheless, keep going. I am Nick Johnson. Welcome to my Nick Journeys channel. That's not the order. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin. Whatever it is, big bro, whatever it is you want to call me. This is my Nick Journeys channel. If you haven't already, follow my Purple Era channel, follow the Nick Johnson World channel, and I hope you continue to be with me along this journey of life. And if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. Until next time, keep growing, keep evolving, and keep dreaming. I'll see y'all in a minute.